Hello and welcome to channel MOB with me, Maj on the beat.
You can sit back and count it. I don't take money, I make money. Honey, I don't take money, I make money. Gotta keep my body mirrored up, gotta keep my nails and toes done, gotta go and do my hair. Gotta keep my makeup fresh. $1 million hips, gotta make.
This is the first episode and all I want to say is welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope that you enjoy this video. I'm not going to talk too much because I'm nervous and I'm sitting in front of a camera by myself. How'd that work? Make it make sense. We're going to be doing this glowy look today. More of a get ready with me type of situation, but you definitely will learn things as far as what products to use and what techniques I use in order to get this skin. I do not have perfect skin by any means. I have a significant amount of discoloration, hyperpigmentation, and whatever. So I'm going to show you what products I use to get this glow and this snatch, honey. Today, I'm not really doing too much of anything. I'm going to go out with some friends. So this is a nice, soft, summertime, nighttime kind of look. So I definitely hope that you'll enjoy it. Please, before we go any further, I know this is the first episode. It's going to be a dope channel. So you need to become a part of the mob. Join the mob. Okay? So hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, rate, and share with other fellow mobsters. Without further ado, we're going to get right into this pinky glowy summertime look. It's the mob, bitch.
Gotta keep my nails and toes done, gotta go and do my hair. Gotta keep my makeup fresh.
All right, mobsters, today we are gonna start with brows. Go ahead and grab a spoolie, brush your hairs in an upward motion. Right here, I'm just showing you how decrepit my brows are. So what you want to do here is take your favorite eyebrow pencil and start to map out the shape that you want your eyebrows to take. I like to start with the line at the bottom and arch it up into the tail, and then do the same thing at the top and join the tail together. So when I don't have time to thread, wax, or tweeze, I like to take a straight blade and just carve around the shape that I've already mapped out for my brows. And it kind of makes it easier. It's kind of like you're following a guide instead of just freehanding the shape of your brows. Nice and clean. So go ahead and brush them up in an upward motion. Make sure you didn't miss any hairs. And presto changeo when brow is already done. Now, I did miss the footage of me actually filling in my brow, but I did just, use that same pencil and brush through it with the spoolie in order to get that nice, fluffy, kind of natural look in my brows. So at this point, I am taking my favorite concealer on a flat brush and carving underneath, just like we did before, what we were doing with the eyebrow razor. I'm taking that concealer to clean up underneath, kind of drawing the straight line up into the arch. And then in a moment, you'll see me kind of pull the product down to make it easier to blend out later. And I believe I'm going to blend that out with my finger. Today, I happen to be using Juvia's Place concealer. I believe this is number 13. It's either number 13 or number 15. I love their concealers, especially for carving out the brow. They're not too thick and really easy to blend out. So just like that, we have snatched brows. Look at those. All right, let's hop in the skin. Grab your favorite moisturizer and primer. I like to mix mine together. I happen to be using the Maybelline primer in 100 and 400. I mix them all together and get that worked into my skin. Now, those two primers, they have a smoothing and blurring effect. And what I'm going for right now is a perfect base. I want to get rid of any pores I might see, especially around my nose area, my chin, in the middle of my forehead. So you'll see me swipe first and then press into the skin. Now for this last part, I used NYX's pore filler to really get those pores filled in and smoothed over. Nice. Hey, did you hydrate today? Mobsters drink water. Go get you some water. All right, let's get into skin. Today I'm using Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the color Mocha. I'm going to put about 2 pumps on the back of my hand and use a foundation brush to distribute that all over my face before going in to blend it out. Now, this is a medium coverage foundation, which I love. I am very proud to announce I got some color this summer. Okay. So this is actually a darker foundation than what I normally use. As you can see, my tan got so coconutty on my forehead that it actually, it's not dark enough for my forehead, but we'll bring that color back when we get into contouring and bronzing and all that good stuff. So I am taking that same foundation that's on the back of my hand and going back in with that concealer brush to clean up the top of the brows. Now doing that makes it look super crisp. And I like to do it with the foundation instead of the concealer just so that we don't have that halo effect, but it still looks clean. You feel me? So right here, you want to use whatever is left over on your brush, go over your eyelids just to even out whatever discoloration you may have on top of your lids. And that'll work out today as a decent base. I'm not using a quote unquote eyeshadow base today, only because the look that we're doing today is not really too colorful. I'm just zooming in so you can see the level of coverage that is on my face right now. I am actually going for a little bit more fuller coverage. So I'm going to go with one more pump and go ahead and distribute that one more time all over the face and then blend it out. Please forgive the screaming child in the background. They're completely incapable of being quiet. And if I wait for quiet to put this video up, it'll never go up. So, single mom life for life. Okay, so right here, we're going to grab our Juvia's Place foundation in the number 13 and correct. Now, this used to be more of a corrector for me. As you can see, it's kind of close to my skin tone, but now I can use it for a corrector and brightener because your girl done got chocolate out in the sun. Anyway, I'm going to go up under my eyes, on top of my eyelids, a little bit on the chin. And as you can see, I did a little bit of reverse contouring on my cheek area as well. As of right now, I'm being soups lazy. Don't feel like going to get a brush. And I'm like, yo, I'm doing my own makeup, not a client's. I can use my fingers. AA. So I'm blending that out slightly with my fingers. And I like to create kind of a... the same thing, a reverse contouring wing effect around the corners of my eye, if you could see that. And because I did not fully blot out my eyelids, it does kind of look like I already did an eyeshadow look. Winning. But anyway, go ahead and grab your brush. I like to use the same foundation brush that I use to apply my foundation to blend out that cheek reverse contour, as well as, you know, around my mouth and my chin area, a little bit in the middle of my forehead. And I like to do that because I don't want my highlight to be too dramatic. If you blend out with a different brush, it's going to keep the integrity of the color that you place down. If you blend out with the foundation brush that you used, it's going to tone it down just a little bit because it'll be mixing with what was already there. I hope that makes sense. And today I really want to go for a natural dewy. It's still highlighted, but a natural dewy kind of thing. I ain't going for a full glam drag beat, which we will get to in the future. Just not today. So right here, I am grabbing Juvia's Place concealer in the number 15, which is a little brighter than what we used before, to really highlight the nose and the inner corners of the eyes, which would then add to this nose snatch that is about to occur, okay? So I'm taking my finger, going ahead and blending that out slightly. And as you can see, I haven't even put a contour color on my nose yet, but because we have the reverse contour popping off with the concealer, the snatch is already beginning to occur, which is what we love. So now is when I choose to pick up a different brush for the blend out process, because I would like to keep the brightness of this concealer bright in the area that I placed it. So as you can see, I'm hitting that nice blend out right in the inner corner of the eye, kind of dragging it down the side of the nose, which is already giving me that slimming effect, which is what we're going for. Now here I'm just blending out a little bit further with a sponge I had handy. These are really great for getting into any fine lines or wrinkles that you may have up underneath your eye. Now, you know, I'm 34 years old, got kids. So I may or may not be having a couple of wrinkles that I would like to airbrush before I go out tonight. It's now time to set with the showstopper herself, Miss Laura Mercier's translucent powder. Now, before I do place that powder, I like to go back in with my foundation brush and the concealer brush just to blur out those areas one last time before placing the powder. Because, honey, once you put that powder on, that's it. It is set and it's going to lock in whatever is there. So if you have, you know, some wrinkles in your foundation, if it's clumped up and you put that powder on, it's going to stay clumped up, sis. So I just wanted to go ahead and blur that out before placing this godsend powder on my face. Because, honey, what wrinkles? Where were they? I know you saw them before, but I bet you can't clock me now. You can't clock me. Now, on myself, I don't really do baking too much anymore. So I like to take the powder and press it into my skin as opposed to clumping it up and just letting it sit there. Now, because I am running low on my Laura Mercier, I did take my Beauty Bakery setting powder in the color Translucent Oat, I believe, just to kind of set lightly the rest of my face. I put it on a very fluffy brush, kind of blow off the excess, and take it around the rest of my face. So I'm hitting that reverse contour again with the same Beauty Bakery powder. You want to strategically place it right under where your contour line would normally be. So I'm going to take the speed off for this next section. This is an MOB secret number 1. When it comes to contouring, because I have a little bit of a wider face, a rounder face, I like for my face to look a little more slim. And I'm going to do this just for demonstration purposes. If I were to take the powder all the way up to my ear, you see how it gives you that nice carve, but that side of my face automatically looks wider because I'm bringing brightness to the bottom of my face. This side, I'm only going halfway. And because there's more of a shadow in the back, it automatically looks slimmer. So there's like extra face on one side, not extra face on the other. I hope that's making sense. So you can see on the other side, even when we hit the dust off, it looks wider on one side and slimmer on the other. So if you would like to make your face look slimmer, do not take your reverse contour all the way back to your ear. You want to go about halfway up your cheek. Now we're going to hit the cream contour using Black Opal's stick foundation in the color Hazelnut to carve out those cheekbones, honey. Now, MLB secret number 2, if you don't know where to place your contour line, go from your ear in the direction of the corner of your mouth. It works every time on every face. Then go ahead and place your contour color wherever you want your face to recede, meaning you do not want to bring attention to. Now, I told you I got a big face, so I had to hit that double chin. I got a little bit of a 5 head, so I need to bring that down to a 4-3-2 head. And of course, the sides of my jawline, where we did not want to take the powder, if you remember. And then we're going to go ahead and slick 2 little strips down the side of the nose to get that snatch attack. Now that that contour is placed, blend, 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 blend. MLB secret number 3, if you're trying to get that Maj on the beat signature pout, take a little bit of that contour up under your bottom lip. See how it now looks like my bottom lip is casting a shadow? That is what we're going for. A juicy looking bottom lip. Now, this is the same concept as before. I'm taking that shadow and placing it all around my lips to give it that undeniable Maj on the beat pout. Now, when it comes to blending out my nose contour, I like to take that shadow all the way up into the front of my brow. Well, in that direction anyway. I end up curving it over into the kind of the crease of my eyelid. As you can see, putting those shadows on either side of the nose highlight really makes the nose kind of stand up nice and perky, and gives a slender appearance. At this point, I'm going back into that Beauty Bakery powder on my sponge and just going over the highlighted areas on my nose and in between my brows. And like I said, I don't really do too much baking. I'm gonna leave it on for a second and then just dust it off to get that nice highlighted effect. Now, to further snatch your nose, you want to go on either sides of that powder and kind of carve away, you know, that little line down the middle to make sure that it's very pronounced. At this point, we're going to grab our sponge again and reinforce our reverse contour. Please do not do what I did, which is get powder in your eye. Ugh, so annoying. Shake it off, sis. Shake it off. And we are snatched. Now to set all of those contoured areas with powder, I'm going into the Black Radiance Contour Kit in light, as well as NYX's Matte Bronzer in medium. Next for blush, I'm dipping into the Juvia's Place Sahara 2 palette and taking that nice rich pink and popping it right above my contour. The fluffy brush has no product, just using it to blend. We're definitely going for a sun-kissed look today, so I'm also going to add that blush to my chin and the tip of my nose. For shadow, I'm dipping back into that same blush palette and using that shimmery pink berry kind of color and just taking it on my finger and blending that onto the top of my lid. This was a spur of the moment decision, but I'm really happy I made it. I love the color payoff of these Juvia's palettes. I'm also taking that same shadow onto my finger and blending it onto the inner part of my bottom lash line. Now I'm taking a bit of that lighter pink on my pinky finger and popping that right on the inner corner just for a little bit of brightness. I'm also adding that same shadow on my Cupid's bow to make it a little bit more pronounced. Again, using that same shadow on the tip of my nose. Using the bronze color from that same palette on a medium to small fluffy brush, I'm going to go ahead and buff that into my crease, starting on my outer corner, working my way into that contour that we had placed earlier. Now, because I'm going for more of a lifted eye look, I'm focusing this color on my outer V, meaning the end of my lash line into the crease. So right there, into right there. Keep packing on that color and blending out until you get your desired intensity. Taking my Royalty 2 loose powder highlight from Juvia's Place, I'm going to dip into that and highlight all of the high points of my face where I want that glow. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Yes. Dipping into that same brown from the blush palette onto a detailed brush, I'm going to use that to define the outer bottom lash line, just to bring a little bit of smokiness and mystery mystery to the eye. Add a little mystery to the eye. Hopping right into lips, I'm taking ColourPop's BFF3 lip liner to line my lips. Now, I do overline, and that is how we get that Maj on the Beat signature pout, baby. I opted not to do a lip color today, or a lipstick, I should say. That is literally only liner and lip gloss.
Now for my favorite part of any makeup look, the lashes.
Now I do apply my glue first so that when it comes time to pop them bad boys on, they just pop right on with a little wiggle. You see what I'm saying? Wake up, honey. And wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. We're serving face. To tie the lips in a little bit more, I went in with NYX's Butter Gloss. I don't remember the name, but I will put it in the description box below. That pinky hue really woke this up and tied the look together. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final look. She is secure with wig on and ready to give you these facials. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The first official Get Ready With Me / tutorial with me, Maj on the Beat. Thank you so much for staying. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button, comment, rate, subscribe, and follow me on my social medias at Maj on the Beat. If you would like to book an appointment with MOB, feel free to DM me directly and experience the lifestyle of a boss. And remember, you're the boss of your life. Live it unapologetically. Until next time.
Gotta keep my body mirrored up, gotta keep my nails and toes done, gotta go and do my hair.
Gotta keep my makeup fresh.